Hey everybody, it's me again. We're gonna continue where I left off. Sorry, I didn't have a lot of gameplay or things. But while I was gone, I did get some new stuff. You know, some real play, some pictures, some new effects. Yeah, I've been doing a lot recently while you know. Let's get back to the story at hand, shall we? I think where I last left off, we were at the TV, in the living room, with my friend David and his little brother Jake. And the TV shut on. Well, turned on, and the werewolf was there. Behind it was just a bunch of mangled up, bloody corpses, practically like skeletons screaming for their lives in a pit of flames. I could tell from his wicked laugh that he's been planning this the whole time, and while he was talking, the lights in the house shut off. All but one. In the hallway upstairs. Yeah, the light upstairs in the middle of the hallway, one that nobody left. I've seen the color red. I've even seen red light bulbs before. But this was just straight evil. Evil! And you know something? That tells me something. It's gonna be much worse than the first time we played. David, like a caring brother, thinks it's a terrible idea to let him up those stairs to play with us. But of course, it's gonna be much better for him up there than it is down here. Plus, we're gonna need all the help we can get. And also, we will have to rely on each other a little bit more than we usually do. I mean, I personally have trust issues, mostly with David, but it's either him or deal with it myself. Anyway, if I could explain to you anything else that has happened, it's that when we went out to look out for their parents, we didn't find them, obviously. So we went upstairs to play the game again. Only this time some things have changed. There was extra controllers, and David only had the two. For some reason we found another one. It was red. I'm not saying blood red, but it's just a color, of course. Anyway, we all show so little concern for it. We did intend for him to play anyway. We just didn't expect to actually give him a controller. So we all decided to play together. And minus all the haunted terrors, it was kind of fun. Anyway, also, Jake was a very reliable character. Well, he was a different character. I was a knight, and David was a blacksmith. But he was just pale white. His face wasn't even human. His skin was lighter than... It appeared as though all of his skin was bleached. And his face was melted. He didn't appear to have any actual human features. He has the shape and form, but he had no human reflection. It was like he was a ghost. Or worse. Although he did look vaguely familiar. He reminded me of an old friend. I don't think I have an old friend. Kind of basic. That character even talked to us. It told us where to go, what to do, and anything else. I asked him what his name was, and he said he didn't remember. He also said, "I hope you guys get out okay, for your sakes." Of course I knew exactly what that meant, but I kinda hope we win too. I feel bad for them. I also pray to God that David's parents aren't actually here. And if there's anything else to worry about, dear God, just dear God. So, with all that being said, I guess I can move on. We reached a mansion, or a haunted house of sorts. I've seen haunted houses before on TV, and this one looked exactly the same, no different. But what really freaked me out is that everything here can actually hurt me. It's not like pretend or for fun. It's actually designed to kill me. and David and Jake and torment souls. I mean, for now, I actually think David's parents are trapped in this game, and we have to get them out. So we found this castle in the game somewhere, and we went through it. And what we saw, we were not happy. It was like the most horrifying figure you can ever see. It's actually like the kind you see on a regular haunted house, the haunted abandoned effect with spider webs and ghosts running around it, even a few zombies. Those were real, by the way, the zombies. There were actually zombies around the house. But, you know, as I was saying, it was terrifying as hell. Some people think the dark is scary. Some people think mutants and nonsense like that is scary. Me and David had this much in common. We didn't like the unexpected. So, most likely, we rejected it. We wanted to put the game away. But we knew we couldn't give up because David's family's lives were at stake. We couldn't give up on them that easy. So, we actually muscled up the courage and went through the house. Now, in this house, it looked like everything else, except, given the time, we heard a laugh. I mean like a wicked, crude laugh. The kind that would send a chill straight through your spine. The kind that will give you nightmares until the day you die. That kind of laugh. And if I had one word to describe how I reacted, I'd call myself a sorry excuse for a person. And then, a speck of light fell from the ceiling. There was a window. It wasn't broken, but it did look a bit old. And this light, it blew up all the way up to the ceiling. And what we saw were eyes. More specifically, creatures. Demons, in fact. Me and Jake kinda got curious. But David, he explained what those were. They were every creature he's ever designed and threw away. Some were incomplete, some were just plain weak. But even most of them had decent features, but honestly, no match for what we had, the characters we used. I mean, we were leveled up well. One of the first things this creature said was, there are a total of 8 trials. So, I guess the objective of this game is to fight through 8 rooms of this castle, find our parents, and leave. Yeah, that sounds like a boatload of fun. I can't imagine anything better to do. Of course, we weren't just gonna sit here and keep talking. Eventually, we had to get past them, but they jumped. And at the same time, we started running to the door as fast as we could. And I could have died here if it weren't for Jake and David protecting me. They hauled me to the second room. And honestly, it was a mess. And I'm sure David knows what this is, too. The guy holds a lot of secrets. What can I say?